Over the years, we have reported a lot of disturbing numbers about opioid deaths. Now, the way the epidemic is affecting children, that's also heartbreaking. News 4's Rebecca Cardenas met a woman who is all too familiar with a staggering statistic.
Since 2000, the number of children being placed in foster care because their parents use drugs has more than doubled.
It just really hurts when you grow up knowing that the two people that are supposed to love you and care about you, can't really do that because they have a disease.
Brittany Hines knows that statistic firsthand.
I remember calling hospitals and jails, like praying to God my mom was in the hospital or in jail, instead of just out using drugs and leaving us again.
Her parents were both addicts. She lived with 6 families before she turned 18 when she got custody of her younger brother.
I did not ever want to be split up from my brothers or sisters. It's definitely a lot of trauma.
It's a consequence of untreated addiction.
Cumberland Heights CEO Jay Crossan says they've watched this trend with their own eyes.
We see grandparents raising their own grandkids a lot.
He says the alarming rise of kids in foster care is largely due to the opioid crisis and, more broadly, an addiction crisis.
There's an overall increase in acceptance of drug use early on by people.
At the root, he says, it is a disease.
The insanity of this disease is that despite knowing that these consequences are out there, they still can't stop.
I never, ever once doubted that my mom or my dad loved me. Never.
Hines is a mother herself now, a role she's taken on since she was a child. One of her sisters is still in her custody, and now her brother's daughter. She works full-time at an addiction treatment center.
Drug addicts are not bad people. They're just really sick. I hope someone else's dad is able to get sober and they're able to get their dad back or their mom back.